the DCCS620 20-volt max DeWalt 12-inch compact chainsaw. Let's go. So before I go outside and get this chainsaw all full of wood chips, I want to go over a couple things. If you want to purchase this, I got this through my affiliate, Acme Tools. And if you want to buy just the bare tool, it's $149. If you want to buy the complete kit with the charger and the 20-volt max battery, it is $225. I will include my affiliate link in the bio or in the description of this video. And what I really needed, and the reason I purchased this compact chainsaw, is because I do own property. I'm a widow. I have to take care of things myself. I had an ash tree. It's a smaller tree that came down in my yard. We had a storm. We've had a bunch of ash trees die from the ash borer. So this is just one of them that was old and fell over, and I'm gonna have to cut that up. But more likely what I'll probably use this for is when I'm mowing and there's like an occasional limb that I can't mow underneath the tree and I need to take care of it. In the past, I've used my reciprocating saw, which I don't really like to punish my tools like that, but I was desperate. So this is truly what I needed. The likelihood of me going out in the woods and cutting down trees just for firewood, it's probably not very likely. If I ever do need anything like that, I do have a larger 20-inch steel. It's kind of too big for me though, so I don't really feel comfortable using it, where this is something that is something I feel more comfortable using. So anyway, you would just want to use basic safety measures and good common sense. The manual does suggest standing in a stance, to prevent kickback. You want to stand with your left foot kind of in front, your legs apart, your right foot in back. You do want to hold it. Your left hand should be on the front handle, your right hand should be on the rear handle. You don't want to try to hold it opposite. That just plain feels weird and it's not safe. I'm going to go over the parts of the chainsaw and I'm going to do a close-up. So your on-off trigger is located right here. Your lock-off lever is right here. Your chain brake is right here, and it actually says pull back to release brake. And when you do pull it back, you can hear a click. And the manual does say, or maybe it was a video I watched, you want to make sure that you're hitting this off anytime you go to set it down or go to change like a new location. This is here for a reason. Also, it protects your hand. If anything should happen, you get hung up on something, you can easily shut off the chainsaw like that. In the event of kickback, your left hand will hit that chain brake and stop the blade from running. To start the chainsaw, obviously you would have the battery in place. You would slide back the chain brake, make sure it's not engaged, and you would slide the lock-off lever and then squeeze the trigger switch. Once the chainsaw is running, you can release the lock-off lever. If you use too much force while making your cut, the machine will automatically turn itself off and you'll need to restart. Okay, right here is your guide bar, and here is your saw chain, obviously. I would call this a sheath, but they've actually called it a guide bar scabbard. Scabbard. I feel like I need to have a Boston accent with that. On this side, this is your sprocket cover. Here is your bar adjust locking knob. And then you can turn it. This is if you want to change your blade. You're going to use this, and then you're going to use this for the tension to tighten it. I'm not going to touch any of that because I'm about to use it, and I don't want to goof anything up. Front handle, rear handle, your battery housing, your battery, which, by the way, this is a fully charged 20-volt max battery, so I'm going to start with it at full power. I'm going to see how far I get with it. Okay, so here's the lock. You want to open and twist counterclockwise to access the oil. Okay, so after you add the oil in here and lock it back up, you can check the level right here. There is a window and it does show a minimum mark. So before I go outside and try this out, I want to go over a few safety tips. Always, wear good shoes. I'm wearing my lace-up DeWalt boots. I've got on my long pants. I've got on a long sleeve shirt. I have my hair. If you have longer hair, make sure you have it tied back. I'm wearing my ball cap. You could wear a helmet. You could wear a safety shield. I'm gonna wear my eye protection, my ear protection, my gloves, and I'm just gonna use good common sense. I don't want to operate this obviously where kids are playing or other people are around, pets. Make sure everybody's away from you. Make sure the ground is free of any debris, any loose limbs that might be laying around. You don't want to have anything that you could possibly trip over. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to go outside and give it a try. So at this point, I don't know if you can tell from this video, it's super windy. I'm at a critical point here. This takes a lot of arm strength, I'll tell you what. I am at one. I can tell that the chainsaw is starting to get bogged down, and I have one bar left. You can see how far I've gotten so far. Definitely a learning curve. This is my first time working with a chainsaw, and you have to see how to make your cuts without it pinching on your blade. I think I've kind of figured that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change up my battery. I'm going to bring a sawhorse over, and I'm going to try to alleviate some of the pressure off of this tree here, so that it's more. The manual says don't cut like above your shoulders. I didn't say in the beginning of the video, but it advised you not to be up in a tree. I've seen plenty of guys get up in trees and cut them down that do that for a living, but I would leave that to the pros. So definitely don't climb up in a tree. Watch what you're cutting and what it's going to do, if it's going to send off a chain reaction and cause something to snap and hit you. So yeah, I'm going to go get a sawhorse and try to finish this up, but I've gotten this far on 2/3 of a battery, so keep going. Over my camera. I missed the tree coming down. I finally got it. lesson I learned today was to not try to film on a very windy day. I actually finally was able to get up and cut the last part of that tree down, and I did it and then realized my right as I was doing that my camera blew over, so I missed that. However, overall I'm impressed. I am still on, this is battery number 2, and I'm still at full power. I do have the trunk of that tree to cut up yet, but I'm confident that this is going to last the rest of the way. I would not advise, I think this size of a tree was really pushing it for this. As far as what I'm going to use like for limbs and stuff that are just low hanging, this is perfectly fine. Any tree bigger than what I just worked on, I would advise getting a larger chainsaw. But overall, I'm really impressed with the power of it, and not having to use gas is definitely a plus. And I really think that I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. I really think it's going to come in handy. And so I'm going to say thumbs up for this one. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I thank you for watching. Please remember in the comments, this was my first time with a chainsaw. So, you know, there is a learning curve with trying to figure out how to cut it at angles without the tree pinching. But by the time I was done, I really felt like I had a handle on it, so the next time it'll be a lot easier. So anyway, if you want to buy this, like I said, go to Acme Tools. Until next time, take care.